Hi and welcome. In this tutorial video, we will go over onboarding applications to FortiAppSec Cloud's Web Application Firewall module. Onboarding an application to FortiAppSec Cloud's Web Application Firewall module activates default protection features that defend against a variety of attacks, such as those defined by the OWASP Top 10 and other application layer attacks. You can easily customize these policies and add others if needed. When a user submits a request to your application, the request is first received by FortiAppSec Cloud, which acts as a reverse proxy. The Web Application Firewall, or WAF, inspects the request using its security features to determine whether it poses a threat. If the WAF determines that the request is malicious, it triggers an alert and blocks the request, preventing it from reaching your application. If the request is deemed safe, it is forwarded to your application's origin server for normal processing. Log into the FortiAppSec Cloud web portal and click WAF in the left-hand navigation menu. Click Add Application. Then, enter basic information about your WAF application, including a distinctive name that will help you easily identify it later. Next, enter the domain name for your application. To include subdomains, click the plus icon. Please note, wildcard entries are allowed for all domains in the list except the first one. Make sure that domain name entries do not overlap. For example, you cannot add both www.example.com and start@example.com. Next, ensure proper traffic routing by configuring the services and origin server. Select the services allowed on your application and their corresponding ports. The default port number for HTTP is 80, and for HTTPS is 443. You can change it to a value between 1 to 65,535, inclusive. Make sure the port numbers for HTTP and HTTPS are not duplicate. To use a port not listed, submit a support ticket to request adding the custom port to the list. Select the IP address /FQDN for your web application. FortiAppSec Cloud will direct traffic to the specified IP address. Under Server Protocol, you can configure the connection between FortiAppSec Cloud and the origin server. If you want to redirect HTTP traffic to HTTPS, ensure that you have selected HTTPS. Click Test Origin Server and wait for a success message before proceeding to the next step. The settings in this section define how your application data is handled, including caching, cloud environment, and scrubbing center location for threat mitigation. When CDN is enabled, your application data is cached in FortiAppSec Cloud scrubbing centers worldwide. Users are directed to the nearest center for faster response times. You can choose to cache data globally or within a specific continent. Restricting to a continent may reduce traffic costs and help with compliance by limiting cross-region data transfer. CDN is disabled by default to minimize costs. If performance is a priority, we recommend enabling it. You can update this setting later under WAF applications after onboarding. On this page, you have the option to enable block mode. When block mode is enabled, FortiAppSec Cloud blocks requests if they trigger a violation. It's recommended to leave it disabled at the first week. During this period, you can observe the attack logs and fine-tune the web protection configurations. You can later enable the block mode in dashboard when you are confident that the traffic flow is stable and the legitimate traffic is not falsely blocked as attacks. Enable templates if you would like to apply a predefined set of WAF configurations to your application. Assigning a template automatically configures the application with its settings, making it easy to standardize settings across multiple applications. You can use FortiAppSec Cloud's provided templates or configure a custom template by going to WAF Templates. This section displays configuration instructions for settings managed outside FortiAppSec Cloud. Changing your DNS record according to the instructions below ensures that your application traffic is routed through FortiAppSec Cloud, where it is filtered for security before reaching your application servers. Once an application is on board, all connections to your application will originate from FortiAppSec Cloud. Therefore, make sure you add FortiAppSec source IPs to your network firewall rules. You should now see your newly created application in the WAF applications list. If you have trouble locating it in a large list, Use the filter feature to narrow your search. From here, you can edit the application settings or delete it if needed. Thank you for watching.